Okay, welcome back. We're doing the final Mega Man game on the NES, Mega Man 6. Came out in 1993 when the NES was very late in its life cycle. Everybody had pretty much moved on to Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. And spoiler alert, we're going to go after FlameMan and PlantMan so we can get the Rush power adapters nice and early and make use of those. We're playing Mega Man 6 on the NES HDMI, the Kevtris, but we're doing it in 720 instead of 1080 because I'm still having issues with lag capturing in 1080. And because this is the last of the Mega Man games on the NES, and it's obviously the last one that I'm going to be doing until I finally get around to Mega Man 1. I did recently purchase a copy of Mega Man 1. I should have it in about a week, but it's going to be a while before I upload footage and be playing it, just because it's a really hard one and it's going to take some practice, and there's other stuff I want to get to. I'm going to take a little bit of a break from Mega Man. But because this is the last Mega Man game on NES that I'm going to be doing for a while, and I've gone through and played 2 through 6 now, I thought it'd be fun to hand out superlatives. You know, this is the best of this is the best of that. It'll give us some fun stuff to chat about in this running commentary. Anyone still curious about my setup? I am wearing a headset while I play. So if my voice sounds a little stilted or I go a little quiet, that's why. It's because it's basically the equivalent of live streaming, except not having people watch you live. Alright, let's try and make it through FlameMan without using the one E-tank I have. I guess I should point it out, this is not going to be a deathless run, nor is it going to be a speed run. I'll list my deaths in the video description. I think we got FlameMan in the bag. And before we get to superlatives, one, I don't know what the boss order is, but I always start with FlameMan and PlantMan so I can get the Rush Adaptors. But also, something that's interesting about about Mega Man 6, is I believe the Robot Masters were conceived by fans. If you've seen the AVGN episode, one of the early ones he did where he talked about Nintendo Power, and he shows off the Nintendo Power issue that had the actual fan submissions. It was a pretty cool idea to have fans come up with some of the Robot Masters. Alright, so I guess now we can start talking about superlatives. Best this, best that. So, right off the bat, there are no bad Mega Man games. There's no best and there's no worst. But there are favorites. All of the Mega Man games are great. My personal favorite is 4. If you watched me playing 4, I was really having a good time. That's one where I feel like, with all the weapons and items, not to mention having Rush, Jet, the Slide, the Charge Mega Buster, that's one where you really have a lot of freedom to do the game, you know, to do the bosses in whichever order you wish. I'm not good at fighting this guy, by the way. But there's a lot of tricks you can do. Really enjoy using Flash Stopper, Rain Flush, Skull Barrier, Balloon, Rush Jet. Best music, in my opinion, that's Mega Man 3. But the Robot Master with the best music, that's gotta be Charge Man. If you saw my Mega Man 5 video, I made sure not to speak when I played Charge Man's level because I just wanted to listen to his music, and I wanted you to as well. In fact, I even went on, I was browsing YouTube looking for any musicians that had done like a really cool rendition. Should probably farm for some life real here. I know there's some energy hidden in the trees up here. But I did find really cool, like, instrumental with an electric guitar for Charge Man, doing a cover of his music. And I'll go ahead and put the link in the description. Well, hopefully I don't have to use an E-Tank on PlantMan. He's not a difficult boss, but you have to get him in a certain rhythm. So I may have to burn an E-Tank here. Really disappointing. Okay, I think we got him. Yeah, we got him. Okay, so we've done my favorite, which is 4. Best music. Best weapon, that's easy. Metal Blade. Flash Stopper, Brightman's weapon from Mega Man 4, is a close second. But it's impossible to pick anything but the Metal Blade. It's just so useful. You can spam it through the whole game. Least favorite weapon, that's another easy one. And maybe I'm just being cynical because I played through Mega Man 5 not too long ago, but Stone Man's Power Stone was just, what a joke. Maybe I'm being hard on it, but I did not like it. I found no reason to ever use that. I even kind of felt bad for Stone Man for having that as a weapon. And right about now is where I start playing with Rush Jet, or excuse me, the Rush JetPack. I think I'll just call it the Jetpack for brevity's sake. It's like having a brand new toy. Such a great innovation for Mega Man 6. E-Tank, Eddie, come on. You know you're having a lucky game when Eddie gives you E-Tanks. So far, we're not getting that. And we're having... okay. Not happy about that. Visual problem right there. It's kind of a risk you run when you run it on original hardware, but I make no apologies. I love original hardware. Although I did make exceptions for the NES Mini and the SNES Mini. And by the way, we're going to be doing the alternate paths so that we can collect all the beat icons. And the beat icons, I don't know, I never use beat when I play this game. I probably should. But beat not as necessary in this game as he is in Mega Man 6, or excuse me, Mega Man 5, where he's a huge help on the Darkman robots. And visually, starting to glitch up a little bit. Let me just adjust the NES Mini, or excuse me, the Kevtris. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully that's the last time that happens. Nightman, not at all difficult. most useful Rush Adaptor or special item, that we'd have to give to the Rush Jet in MegaMan 3. Too useful. They give you so much control. There's so much you can do with it. Alright, now we'll go after Centaur Man. And just like all my other Mega Man videos, I'm going to be doing my best to show off as many tricks. And normally I try to do that with like the Robot Master weapons. I'll try to do that, but for the most part, you know, it's just going to be showing off with the Rush Jet, the jetpack. And this is probably my favorite level, my favorite Robot Master stage in Mega Man 6. Still not getting that E-Tank. Eddie being a little stubborn this game. Let's see, what are some other superlatives? We've done most challenging, we've done least challenging, done most useful weapon, least... Did I say the least useful weapon was Power Stone? If I didn't, no need to hear me rant about it. If I did, no need to hear me rant about it again. Hardest Robot Master level. That one I would give to Gemini Man in Mega Man 3. And Centaur Man, not fighting fair right now. Yeah, Gemini Man's level really hard because it has that very difficult underwater section, or a level that's, it's that section that's half underwater, half not. It tempts you to use Rush Marine, but you're much better off using Rush Jet. Even then, it's still tough. Alright, coolest of the Robot Masters, it's Yamato Man. I don't know why, I just think he's interesting. He's got a cool name. Not a difficult boss. Hardest Dr. Wily Battle. That one I have to give to this one. Dr. Wily, really tough at the end of this game. There may be a weapon that you can use to beat him without much of an issue. Okay. I don't know if that E-Tank is always there, but we're very glad to have it. Most difficult Dr. Wily boss battle. I'm being very gentle when I have to adjust the cartridge. Maybe we've got the dust tray still open. And if it happens any more times, I may have to cancel this run. And reseat the cartridge. But most challenging of the Dr. Wily bosses, and I know the dragon in Mega Man 2 is not... Once you know that you're supposed to use the quick boomerang on him, it's really not that difficult, but that one gave me a ton of trouble when I was a kid. So maybe it's my own bias, but that one, to me, that one's the toughest, because even when I was doing my Mega Man 2 video, I was really having problems. I lost 2 lives to the dragon just because there's the part with the trick jumping where you have to hesitate just a fraction of a second. You know, that part's tough. And then also, one hit from the dragon and you're dead. So, my opinion, the dragon, definitely the toughest battle. Although, admittedly, I'd say that Yellow Devil in Mega Man 3 is a close second. And we're not taking any chances on this part. Centaur Flash useful. It's basically the same thing as Rain Flush from Mega Man 4. So I'll try and use that one when I get in any kind of sticky situations where there's a lot of enemies on screen that I don't want to deal with. Alright, and again, I'm not sure which weapons work on which robot masters. Alright, we're not taking any chances. Let's go ahead and use an E-Tank. And if there's one thing that's really frustrating, I said this before in my Mega Man 5 video, it's using an E-Tank and not needing it. But if there's anything that's more frustrating than that, it's losing your life when you have E-Tanks to spare. think we'll go ahead and do Yamato Man, because I believe you're supposed to use the Tomahawk on Yamato Man. My favorite of all Mega Man villains, this guy I like the most. Let's see, what other superlatives do we have to give out? Best title screen music goes to Mega Man 3. Best ending. Everyone likes the Mega Man 2 ending. I agree. I think the Mega Man 2 ending is pretty cool with Mega Man walking and the seasons changing. I'll go ahead and agree to that one. And I think I may have missed a secret. Yes, I did. I missed the secret path here in Yamato Man's level. What a shame. Maybe I'll go back through and redo it after I'm done. I don't think I missed any beat parts. I may have just missed, like, E-tanks or extra lives or something. And I believe this is the hidden path. And if we're going to jokingly refer to Mega Man 2 as Metal Blade Man 2, then we should also jokingly refer to Mega Man 6 as JetPack Man 6. Yamato Spear. Interesting weapon. Alright, we'll do Blizzard Man and then Wind Man. I think we may supposed to be saving Wind Man for last. So far, we're not having too much trouble. I am disappointed that I missed the hidden path in Yamato Man's level, but that's alright. And we don't need that extra life, so we're gonna leave that alone. But if I recall, we do want to go down. Alright, it's raining extra lives. I don't even know what's down here, but it's turning out to be more trouble than it's worth. Best MegaMan storyline? I guess it's MegaMan 5, but it's so disappointing that they didn't go all the way with it. You know, having Proto Man be the villain was a great idea. Unfortunately, they didn't stick with it. Let's use Flame Blast. Alright, now that part down there, really tricky. Is it worth it? Yes, because there's an E-tank down there. So, we're going to take the risk. Big risk, big reward. I think we want to just be able to slide here. Okay. The good news is we have 5 E-tanks. So that's a real tricky area. I just love using the jetpack. Do all kinds of fun tricks like that. Close call. And not sure what we use. We'll try Flame Blast. That seems to be the obvious choice. And I believe it is Flame Blast. Windman, on the other hand, I have no idea what I'm supposed to use for this guy. Glad I saved him for last, though. I'll try Yamato Spear. Or maybe it's Centaur Flash. And it's hardly worth it. We don't need a full... We don't need one of the big ones, but... We'll take it. How are we doing on lives? 8 lives, 5 E-tanks. Here, I believe you want to resist every urge to jump. Unfortunately, with the jetpack, you cannot slide, nor can you charge your Mega Buster. It's a fair trade-off, though. Could have had a smoother run through this level. Maybe we'll luck out and get some life back before the boss encounter. Very nice. And I'm gonna try Yamato Spear. Or maybe Centaur Flash. Let's try Centaur Flash. And if that doesn't work, Yamato Spear. And it's Centaur Flash. Okay, so this takes us to Dr. X's castle. And it should be no surprise by now that it's obviously going to be Dr. Wiley at the end. Once again, another missed opportunity. You know, in Mega Man 4, Dr. Cossack ends up being a red herring. And most disappointingly in Mega Man 5, Proto Man is also the red herring for Dr. Wiley. So, no surprise. Excuse me, I keep calling him Dr. X. Mr. X. And there's one path in this level that I've never been able to get. Mr. X's castle. It's tough, but it's not as tough as... And we're just gonna make it easy on ourselves and use beat. But nowhere near as tough as Proto-Man's Castle. Proto-Man's Castle, man, that is a hard, lots of trick jumps. I don't know what I'm doing, let's just use beat again. Like right there. I mean, it is... You obviously have to use the Rush power adapter, and you have to be very precise with your jump. I'm not even going to bother. Oh, that was close. Not sure if that E-Tank is supposed to be there, or if it's a random drop, but either way, I feel really good about this run. I feel like we're having, even though we didn't have any luck with Eddie, we're still having pretty good luck with E-Tank drops, otherwise. And we have good luck there too. And that ladder, I don't know, if I ever get the alternate path, I'll let you know what's in there. Okay, this is... Is it Flame Blast? Yes. And my hope is that I can get through Mr. X and get to Dr. Wily with as many E-Tanks as possible, because that's a tough fight, and I'm going to need the E-Tanks. And I guess we could refill a little bit of Flame Blast. Should probably try and refill Beat while we're at it. make sure that we don't fall into any of those traps. Get a little bit of beat back. So far, he's been pretty useful. I never use beat when I play Mega Man 6, but I'm going out of my way to try and use new items and finding him to be fairly useful. Let's use him again. After this, we'll probably try and get some Centaur flashback. Because that one we're definitely going to want come time for the boss gauntlet. And I believe this is the one where we're going to want the tomahawk. Yes, this boss I am not good at, so forgive me if I do quite poorly. And let's go ahead and use an E-tank just in case. And I think we're going to beat him without any risk of running out of Tomahawk. This is a fight where if you run out of Tomahawk, things can go really... I mean, I guess you could use Jetpack, but it's going to be a lot tougher. Come on, one more. Okay, good. I'm not good at that fight. Glad to get through it without running out of Tomahawk and only needing to burn one E-tank. And I am not interested in getting that extra life, but I don't know which way to go. So we'll try the long ladder. Wonderful. And we also know that we should expect to use a maybe Centaur Flash or Beat. this part, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure... Maybe I should use... plant? Okay. And if I can just clear this gap. That part, not as, the solution not as obvious as it first appeared. Alright, very glad to get another E-Tank. And like I said, I'm gonna need probably all of them when I get to Dr. Wiley at the end. That part... So this wasn't the most difficult level, but it certainly required some consideration. Alright, who do we have next? Okay, not sure... I think we just beat him with... Yeah, this is a pretty simple boss battle. I guess since... I mean, I'm not trying to run out of things to talk about, of course, but... You know, I've kind of gone through and talked about the MegaMan games. Not sure if I mentioned the MegaMan X games. So first off, there's Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo. I probably won't be getting to that putting any footage of that on this channel, just because I have no idea and no plans to do anything with modding my, getting a Super Nintendo that's been HDMI modded. I won't rule out doing MegaMan X on the Super Nintendo, because I do have it on the SNES Mini. I wish they had X too, but I'm not good at MegaMan X, and I would have to put in a lot of time and effort before I got to the point where I was comfortable doing a play with commentary. I think you always want to bust these open, because you just might hit the jackpot and get an E-tank. Okay, this part is irritating. I may lose a life. I think there's a part coming up where I usually lose a life. And I apologize, I know it's boring watching all this item switching, but that's how you get through this area. And like I said, you always want to bust these open. So, no plans to do Mega Man 7. May do Mega Man X at some point. And even though I just bought a copy of Mega Man 1 on the NES, I do at some point want to get a copy of Mega Man X2. Even though it's gotten ridiculously expensive. Like I said, I am a Mega Man fanatic. And I would just love to do Mega Man X2, because supposedly that's the best one in the series. And even though I don't enjoy Mega Man 1, or excuse me, Mega Man X, I think it'd be really fun to do Mega Man X2. Even though I just collected an E-tank, I may have to... Well, not a deathless run anymore. I'll be a little bit more careful. I usually do lose a life on this level. I'm just gonna avoid these guys. Oh, well, it was worth wasting a life to get that E-Tank. Alright, let's try and be a little bit more careful. Which boss is this? This is Mr. X. Not to be confused with Mr. X from Streets of Rage. And not sure what weapon we use on him. We're just going to use Mega Buster. Now getting back to the Mega Man X games, not related to, you know, anything beyond Mega Man X3 on SNES, because from what I hear, all the other games there are pretty bad. I may at some point, I won't upload any footage of it, but I would like to try Mega Man X7 on Super Nintendo at some point. That one's supposed to be, well, it's the last one as far as I know. So that one, I don't know, I think it would be interesting to give it a shot, see what it's all about. While I will, at some point, give Mega Man X2 a chance, I will purchase a copy. I can't say the same about Mega Man X3. That game has just gotten too expensive. I'll also probably never give Mega Man Soccer a chance. And I do know, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'll go ahead and repeat myself. I do know that they did other Mega Man games much, much later, like Mega Man 8, Mega Man 9, and they were all done in the style of the original NES Mega Man games. But I have no interest in doing those. You know, pardon me, but I'm just, I don't know, they seem like good ideas, yes, but I like original hardware. Oh, it's gonna make me start over at the beginning. Alright, well, we're just going to use Jet and not deal with this. Okay, let's get Jet ready and be ready for that fall right here. There we go. And as tricky as that part looks, it's not that difficult once you know what you're supposed to be anticipating. So, I did lose a life, but that's okay. I'm okay with losing 1 or 2 lives. I lost 3 when I did MegaMan 2, so I don't feel too badly. Ah, wonderful luck. And I am not sure what we use on this guy. Let's try Yamato Spear. I haven't been using that too much. And it's Yamato Spear. Not having good luck. I think I have to shoot it when his mouth is open. Okay, we're gonna have to use an E-tank. Well, that's certainly one of the more interesting looking ones, but still, in my opinion, not as tough as the dragon in Mega Man 2. Okay, we're going to be in a slippery level. Wouldn't be a Mega Man level without trick blocks. We do have an alternate solution. And let's refill our Centaur Flash. Because we're going to want that in the boss gauntlet when we get to WaveMan. I guess we could refill Beat. That's not worth it. Now, what is tempting is to try to get that life refill right there. But I think we'll resist the urge. We got plenty of E-tanks. We're not hurting. Ooh, I want that. I don't want it that bad. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to use on this guy. He's certainly persistent. And that obviously wasn't the way we were supposed to beat him, but we powered through. Okay, we're definitely gonna want Rush JetPack for this. Again, not pretty, but that's how we do it. Alright, teleporter chamber, that means Robot Master Gauntlet, and I always have good luck when I start in the top right. Okay, Blizzard Man. Should be an easy battle. Just get flame ready. Flame blast. FlameMan. Not sure what he's weak to. Maybe Windstorm, which is a weapon Yeah, it is Windstorm. Tomahawk Man. I'll just use Mega Buster. Wow, really struggling against Tomahawk Man. Need to be smarter so I don't waste too many more E-tanks. Okay, Windman. This is why we save Centaur Flash. Centaur Man. The challenge on this game, more than fair. That's one of the great things about the MegaMan games on the NES. If you can master any one of them, you can master all of them. I definitely don't feel like this game was anywhere near as challenging as Mega Man 5. That one, you know, I'm still smarting from how difficult that one was. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but if you're someone that's hardcore fanatic for the Mega Man games on the NES and you want the one Aside from maybe the first one, of course. But you want the one that is going to really push you the hardest. I still think it's the 5th one. Alright, do we have enough Tomahawk for Yamato Man? Alright, so the good news, this is usually never the first form of, or the final form of Wiley, so we'll... I think we fight him in 1 or 2 forms. So we'll try not to get hammered too badly on the first form, and the second form might be a little bit of a slog. Game here going to allow you to grind, refill your weapons. I feel comfortable that we won't need to do that. One more E-Tank drop would have been nice, but I don't think there are any more E-Tanks. Oh, there's Flip Top. No E-Tank. So we had bad luck with Eddie all the way through. Not a problem. 5 E-Tanks. I hope it's enough. Okay, that's first form. Is this final form? No. Go ahead and refill here. So I think on the final form we'll have 3 E-Tanks, which should be enough. This is the hard part. In my opinion, this is the hardest of the Dr. Wily encounters. We're having okay luck so far. Two E-Tanks should be enough. But we really just want him to come down here and fight us. We don't have Pharaoh Shot to make it any easier on us. I don't think beat works here either. And there we go, MegaMan 6. I am sad to say, we've done MegaMan 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. 1 is still somewhere down the road. But that's it for the MegaMan series on the NES. It was really fun having this stroll down memory lane. No deathless runs. Died, I think, 3 times in Mega Man 2, once in Mega Man 3, once in Mega Man 4, twice in 5, and twice in 6. So, fairly good runs I strung together, able to show off a whole bunch of the tricks along the way. We did have a couple of issues visually, but I was able to fix those all pretty quickly. Again, that's the problem with doing this on authentic hardware. And this one, okay, so I guess we'll give another superlative out. Best robot roll call at the end certainly goes to Mega Man 6, but I still think Mega Man 2 has... Hard to say that any one Mega Man game has a better ending than that one. That's the one that everyone remembers. This one has a cool robot roll call, though. And I'm pretty sure we gave out all the superlatives that I wanted to. So I think I've covered the Mega Man series as much as I want to. I'll spend the last couple minutes before the game finishes with the credits talking about some of the other things that I'm going to be putting on the channel soon. Still working on getting The Simpsons and X-Men, which are saved on my Xbox 360 memory drive. I will get some footage of those once I fix the visual issues going on with the 360 with lag. I'm going to be doing the Pinball Machine and Duke Nukem Forever. May possibly do some Doom 3 somewhere down the road. Right now I'm looking at doing Super Mario Bros. 2, then finally do some score chasing, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, Pinball, Paperboy, Burger Time, Rampage, Elevator Action, Wrecking Crew, Ice Climber, Popeye, Mario Brothers. A couple ones that I want to do at some point are the Apple IIgs version of Kix and Arkanoid. Those are going to be long-term projects. I do have a couple of really nice, high-quality reproduction cartridges, which I normally don't do, but with reproduction cartridges, there is a company I found out in Colorado called Golden Age Games, and they make outstanding. It's not those cheap knockoff flash cartridges that you see on eBay that come from Hong Kong. These ones are really nice. One of them is Super Mario Bros. 2 Japan, which I'm not good at, but I think I'll do anyway, just because it'll be in 720, it'll look great on the NES HDMI. I also have, they have a really nice cartridge that I got from them, which is, it's the NES version of Donkey Kong, but they added the missing Pie Factory, Cement Factory stage. So that one would be fun to score chase on, and I'll do that as well. And with that, to be continued, yes, on Super Nintendo as Mega Man 7, but even though I do have that ridiculously expensive cartridge, I will not be doing that because I don't know how to get my Super Nintendo HDMI modded. So, really enjoyed doing the original run of Mega Man games on the NES. Stay tuned, I guess, for Mega Man 1 at some point in the future. In the meanwhile, hope you enjoyed this one. This one was a ton of fun for me to do, and I'm sad that the Mega Man series on NES has come to an end for me. I'll do Mega Man 1 at some point. guess that's it. So thanks for checking us out, and we will see you again sometime soon.